everyone. We are Community Helpers Coalition for Migrants and Refugees, and welcome to our opioids workshop. So let's begin. What are opioids? So the most common opioids are morphine, codeine, methadone, oxycodone, hydrocodone, fentanyl, and hydromorphine. There are also illegal drugs such as heroin and potent illicit opioids such as fentanyl analogs. Also, the most common drugs that are commonly prescribed to treat pain are morphine, codeine, methadone, oxycodone, and fentanyl.
And what are the different opioids? So we have the natural opioids. Those come from a poppy plant that include morphine and dosane. We have the synthetic opioids. So there's the other than methadone. Those are made in laboratory and include drugs such as tramadol and the phentermine. Also, we have the semi-synthetic opioids, the synthesized from naturally occurring opium products, including drugs such a oxydone, hydrocodone, and hydromorphine.
Now let's take a look at what are synthetic opioids. So most of the synthetic opioids include fentanyl and methadone. These drugs act on the same targets in the brain as natural opioids, providing similar effects but often with greater potency. Synthetic opioids are man-made substances designed to mimic the effects of natural opioids like morphine and codeine. They are created in laboratories and can be used for medical purposes such as pain relief or produced illegally for recreational use.
And which are the types of opioids that we have on the market? The heroin, so it's a natural opioid and as scheduled as one drug due to the high chance to abuse and addiction. This is a legal substance. It's often used by people who are addicted to opioid pain relief when they are not able to fill up another prescription. We have the optimum. So many of the opioids used as a pain reliefs. There are synthetic from opioid. They include oxydone, dosidone, and morphine, and among others. So the opium poppy plant, it's the heroin which is made of. We have also the oxydone. So this is the one of the most popular opioid on the market. Each time to release a formula, it's used in drugs such a doxycytine, oxeta, and roxidacone. The hydrocodone is one of the most prescribed prescription painkillers. It comes in a variety of brands, including Bixidom, Lortab, Lortet.
Now, some more of common opioids is the oxymorphine. This is an opioid that goes under the brand name of Opana and Opana ER, and it is prescribed with people with continuous pain. You also have morphine, which is commonly abused. It goes under the names Ventura, Subsys, Lasanda, Duragesic, and Atik. We have also tramadol, which is this drug is a lower risk of abuse because it blocks the reabsorption of certain chemicals such as serotonin. It also goes under the names such as Concip, Ritzol, and Ultram. And lastly, we have codeine, which is a substance used seen in commonly such as Tylenol 1 through Tylenol 4, and the drug is considered to be a less effective version of the morphine.
All right. How do the opioids work? So the opioids works by binding to specific receptors in the brain, spinal cord and gastrointestinal tract. Doing so, diseases of the perception of pain of your body. Also, they can alter the mood. They lower the breath rate. They cause constipation. Building to opioid receptors causes the signs of symptoms of overdose and also causes on the euphoric effects for or feeling or being high with uh, an opioid use. Also, the brain forgets to breathe.
Now let's take a look at some signs of opioids overdose. So someone may be overdosing if they can't wake up, they're breathing really slowly or not at all. They're turning blue, gray, or like a purple color. And they might look ashen or feel cold to the touch. So if you see these signs of overdose, obviously the first thing you should do is call 911 and then also give naloxone every 2 to 3 minutes, which we're gonna teach you how to use that in a little bit. Also, you're gonna have to give a rescue breath every 5 seconds until they wake up or 911 arrives.
All right, so now we go, what is fentanyl? Regular, legal, fentanyl is used in the medical settings. Unregulated, like fentanyl used as a street drug often. That's also as a fake prescription pills or a powder. It is also sometimes mixed to drugs like cocaine and MDMA. The fentanyl, it's about 50 times stronger than heroin and 100 times stronger than morphine. The fentanyl, it's a powerful, fast action opioid used to manage pain. We have some common names we can find on the streets, which as blues, pears, 30s or M30s, Mexis, Fanny or Fetty, or Skrillex, just like the candies.
Now, some risk factors of fentanyl. So, some teens take fentanyl knowingly. Many more take it accidentally. So they might mistake it for fake pills laced with fentanyl for real prescription, like Adderall, Xanax, or Percocet. So, one of the common risks is mental health, which would be teens experiencing stress, anxiety, or depression, and they may seek out for pills to self medicate and are likely to use it alone. Another risk factor is pain, which teens who have been injured or are experiencing physical pain might seek out pills to self medicate. And then lastly, we have social pressure, which is the most common one. Teens may experiment in social settings with peers who are drinking, taking pills, or using other drugs.
All right, what is Naxolone? Naxolone is a medication that reverses an opioid overdose. It is available as a nasal spray or intramuscular injection. Anyone can get, carry, and use Naxolone. You don't need to have any special training for it. And it's available for free in many communities or for purchase at the most common pharmacies. Washington has a standing order that acts like a prescription, so you don't need one.
How does naloxone work? So, naloxone blocks the effects of opioids on the brain. It does not treat or reverse the effects of other drugs or alcohol, only of opioids. And it is the most effective tool that we have to reverse the opioid overdoses and save lives. Also, naloxone is not habit forming and can hurt anyone, even if they haven't taken opioids before.
So now we have 5 strategies to prevent death by overdose. Strategy number one, it's encouraging the medical professional people um, at the high risk, family members, and others to learn how prevent and control overdose for opioids. So we have the strategy number two, which is seek access to the necessary treatment for those who uses opioids or have a substance use disorder, like ibuprofen and netazoline in their offices. Strategy number three, um, facility access to Naloxone. We have the number four, which is encouraging the drug prescribers to use the state prescription through monitoring programs like PDMP. And the strategy number five, it's the most common and it's the most important, which is called 911.
Now, so how can you help youth avoid opioids? So you can pick a time and a place where you can both focus. Maybe think of car rides, meal times, and other everyday moments. Ask open-ended questions and really listen. Try to stay calm and non-judgmental. Also avoid using scare tactics. They don't work on youths, so don't use them. Tell them how much you care, and then also keep the conversation going. Several short conversations will work better than one big talk. So keep it going for several ones.
So, how to refuse drugs? We have a few topics that we can use. Send a signal. Agree on a code to then you can text or call to you to come and pick you up as soon as possible. Uh, Pass the blame. I would be grounded if for life if my parents or caregivers find out. Also, we can offer like a different alternative, like oh, I'd rather to get a bite instead. Make an excuse also. You can say I can. I have a huge test tomorrow. You also can be honest. No thanks. I'm not interested. And avoid the situation, right? Avoid to going to places where the drugs are likely to be present.
And now some essential steps for first aid providers. The first one is make an evaluation in search of opioid crisis. So you can call the person. If that doesn't work, you can press the knuckles against the sternum, which is the bone located in the middle of the chest, or rub the knuckles against the person's upper lip. If the person responds, evaluate whether they can maintain their responsiveness and breathe. Keep an eye on the person, check if they're breathing and stay alert, and try to keep them awake and alert. And if the person does not respond, you can call 911. Apply the rescue breathing if the person does not breathe on his or her own, and administer the naloxone.
All right, step two. Ask for help by calling 911. All you have to do is say someone unconscious and not breathing. Also, you can be sure to give a specific address or description of where you are. After calling 911, follow the operator's instructions. The 911 operator will instruct you to start performing the cardiopulmonary or CPR resuscitation. Proceed. The application of this technique depends on the level of rescue you're training.
So now step three is how to manage the naloxone. So first step is you're going to open the package and the canister only has one dose, so take that into account. You're going to hold the canister like this, like it's shown in the picture with the two fingers and the thumb. Then you're going to insert the nozzle into either nostril, and your fingers should be touching their nose. Then lastly, you're going to press the plunger all the way up, and then you're going to wait 2 to 3 minutes for the naloxone to start working.
All right, so now we have step four. Provide respiratory assistance for affected person. Place one hand on the affected person's chin until the head back and pinch the nostrils with a pinch. Notice that the person's chest, um, not the stomach, raises. Place your mouth over the affected person's mouth until silent and administer two slow artificial breaths. Continue administer artificial breathing every 5 seconds.
All right, that was all for our workshop. Now, just some resources to share with you guys. For helpline, you can find the Washington Recovery Helpline at 1-866-789-1511. It is toll free. Also, to find somewhere where you can get free naloxone, you can go to stopoverdose.org, and they'll give instructions on how to do that. And then you can also visit our page, chwcoalition.org, to give any more information about this project and then more information about resources we're going to share. So thank you very much. We were Community Healthcare Coalition for Migrants and Refugees in collaboration with Friends for Life to prevent overdose, and who provided all the information. Thank you.